Good evening, New Smyrna Beach community, family, friends, guardians. Welcome you to our first ever virtual live event. So bear with us as we work through this process with this first event. But we're excited to be here today and tell you a little bit about New Smyrna Beach High School. As you all know, we've gone through some changes with the school year ending last year, basically the third quarter. Most of the fourth quarter work was done virtually. And for the 2020-21 school year, we're moving into the school year providing multiple options, which include in the building, out of the building, but lot streaming into the classroom, and with the enhanced online Volusia online learning. So the options have changed. My name is Tim Merrick, and I'm the principal of New Smyrna Beach High School. I grew up in this community. I'm a proud alumnus of New Smyrna Beach High, graduated from here in 1988. I've been blessed to be at New Smyrna Beach High School for about 15 years, so I invested in this community. My children attended New Smyrna Beach High, and so I am excited to be in charge of New Smyrna Beach High School to lead such a wonderful faculty and work with students from an outstanding community. The community support here over the years has been outstanding, from the many donors that donate their time here as mentors, the donors in the community that volunteer their time and monies and efforts into our seniors that are graduating and going off to college. So my hashtag for this is nobody has it better than us, because this is the best city, best high school in the district. Today I'm going to share with you some of the changes we have, basically the first week of school, what it looks like, a little bit about some procedures and measures we have into place due to COVID and the adjustments we've had to make. I'm not going to delve much into protocols. If you want to see some of the protocols that we have in place as a district for dealing with COVID, you can find that on the VCS website so that you can get an opportunity to see what the district has listed for us and plan. But we do have measures in place for dealing with any issues that may arise. Our school is located at 1015 10th Street, New Smyrna Beach. And if you're new to New Smyrna Beach High School and don't have the number, the phone number here is 424-2555. And then just follow the prompts, and as far as your location and who you plan to get in touch with, there are plenty of options on there for you to view. Okay, we'll start with our presentation for today. Questions, you may hold questions to the end. If you put them in there, we will see them. But this presentation is not going to exceed an hour, so I'd say up to an hour, and we'll take an opportunity to answer as many questions as we can once we get to the end of the presentation. Okay. Picture on here. Our welcome back theme this year from the district is Together We Are Stronger as our district theme. At New Smyrna Beach High, we go a step further. Together we are stronger as a team. And when we're stronger as a team, that brings us to my hashtag, which is Barracuda Strong. As students, parents, teachers, and administration, we must be willing to implement new programs to improve the student achievement and our school climate. And when we talk about implementing new programs, I'm referring to the choices and methods that we're working with now that are new and something that we haven't had to do in the past. So you're looking at the option of being traditional, you're looking at the option of being Volusia Live, and you're looking at the opportunity for those who chose Volusia Enhanced Online Learning. So we're looking at those three measures, those three methods that are being employed that will take the commitment of all of us to make this a success for our students during this particular climate. Our school mission statement: working together with parents, school personnel, and community members, New Smyrna Beach High School students will graduate with the knowledge, skills, and values necessary to be successful contributors to society. Introduction of our administrative team. Ms. Jen Stotch serves as our assistant principal in charge of data. Ms. Cromer She's an assistant principal here in charge of curriculum. Mr. Brian Eschen, he's our assistant principal in charge of safety, security, transportation, and facilities. Ms. Alita Sue Hopkins, she's our assistant principal in charge of ESC. Meet our teachers on administrative assignment, Ms. Fuhr, who will be working very closely with Brian Eschen in student services. And we have Ms. Croak serving as our testing coordinator, who many of you will get to know well. School counselors. We've switched up a little bit, changed the order, so pay careful attention to the offerings that we have here for our incoming freshmen for the class of 2024 graduation, our 9th graders. Ms. Burns will be serving as the head school counselor. You can see her email address on the side. For 10th grade, class of 2023, Ms. Salisbury will be serving as the school counselor for 10th grade. For the class of 2022, our 11th graders, Ms. Heath will be serving as the school counselor. For the class of 2021, which is grade 12, Kate Weeks will be serving as the school counselor. Our ACE and counseling director, Ms. Johnson, will be serving the ACE Cambridge and as the counselor of the head director of our counseling department. Our college and career readiness counselor, new to New Smyrna Beach High School for the position, but returning as an employee, Ms. Hepburn, will be serving as our college and career readiness school counselor. And will be assisting in making sure that we identify our students and that they're going to graduate college and career ready. We have all the safeguards in place to make sure that we are monitoring those students. The online orientation for New Smyrna Beach High School was posted to our website, New Smyrna Beach High, beginning on Monday, August 24th. We included on the website the 2021 orientation guide. This guide provided information that will allow you to get the things that you need to purchase, including downloading required forms. We have scheduled pickup times for anything you order and pay for online. Connect Ed would also be coming forth, reminding you of this opportunity. Pickup days for items that you order during this orientation window that takes place this week. Pickup days, Wednesday and Thursday, 9 to 11 a.m. and then again, 1 to 3 p.m. Items that you can pick up on those days: your student ID, bus schedule, off-campus lunch sticker. But in order to get the lunch sticker, you must have a completed form, which you're able to download from the website. I believe there's a bit.ly attached to that. And for any items that you purchase, it's recommended that you maintain your receipt and bring your receipt in with you to pick up your items. Parking passes are important for those that drive. The opportunity to pay for your parking pass. There's a completed application you must fill out in order to be eligible to park on campus. And a receipt is required for your purchase as well. And this parking privilege is only for 10th, 11th, and 12th graders who have driver's license and are approved to drive. The pickup method that we have in place for you to pick up these items that you purchase online is to come into the front, pull around in the loop, and drive all the way up to the media center, which is centered on the campus. It's right next to the main office with all of the glass windows. The very next building is the media center. You'll pull up, and we ask that you remain in your vehicles, maintaining social distancing. And as you pull up to the door with your turn, that you get out of your vehicle and walk up to the doors and to pick up your items. Please have your receipt on hand for you. A staff member will direct you where to go as you pull up. We talk about the first day of school. First day of school for all students is Monday, August 31st. The next slides will describe what to expect when arriving at school on the first day. Arriving on campus. If you drive a vehicle, you're a student driver. All parking is located in the front of the campus, in front of the main office. We have underclassmen parking, which is grades 11, 10, 11, and 12, that park on the east side of student parking, which is directly in front of Building 9. Senior parking is on the west side of the front of the campus, which is directly in front of the gymnasium or the concessions area. That area is reserved for seniors. Parking passes are $40 and can be purchased online during the week of August 24th. All students that park on campus must have purchased a parking decal. Those decals can be picked up Wednesday or Thursday, 9 to 11 a.m., 1 to 3 p.m. If you're unable to pick it up this week during the opportunity, then you'll also have access to pick those up during the school day from our activities director. But you will enter the campus through the front loop. Bus riders. Bus riders enter the campus via the bus loop, which is between Building 8 and 9. Only buses are permitted to travel into the bus loop. Students' bus schedules will be available on Parent Portal on Wednesday, August 26th. So you have an advanced opportunity to see that schedule without coming into the building. However, printed bus schedules will be available for pickup on Wednesday, August 26th, and Thursday, August 27th, from 9 to 11 a.m. and 1 to 3 p.m. Remember, this date also serves as an opportunity for you to pick up items purchased online during orientation. For more information on transportation, our school contact is Kim Johnston. Parent loop. Parents that drop off their students in the morning will follow the parent loop at the front of the campus in the middle. You drive into the campus, you follow the line, you come all the way in, and students are dropped off within the lanes. Pull up as far as you can before stopping your vehicles. Walkers and riders. You will enter through buildings 1 and 9, which is the same as those students who are dropped off by parents, and the same entrance for those students who drive. So we have central locations for entry. Students that ride the bus will come in through buildings 8 and 9 in the bus loop. Students who do not ride the bus and are parent drop-offs or student drivers or walkers, you enter the building between buildings 1 and 9 with our limited buildings for access. Required to enter campus. New this year, a cloth mask covering your nose and your mouth and worn at all times unless social distancing is permitted using 6 feet range. Temperature checks upon entry is required. All students will be temperature checked in the morning for temps. Before school, our office hours for our activities director when you need to purchase items. These same items that are available virtually online, or the same items that you may have previously purchased but didn't come out to pick up during the prearranged orientation week, which is this week, which is Wednesday and Thursday, 9 to 11 and 1 to 3. Those items during the school day may be purchased before school, after school, and during lunch at the activities director's office, which is building 2, room 111. Ms. Heather Roberts. You may pick up pre-purchased student resources, must have an online payment receipt. So the receipt is always important. Items that may be purchased online. Parking passes, $40. Lunch pass, for juniors and seniors only. All juniors and seniors will start the year eligible for off-campus lunch. However, you must download the lunch permission form if you're 11th or 12th graders off of the website using the bit.ly. You must have your parent's signature and your student information filled out along with your student ID in order to use this privilege. Without parent permission and without a student ID, you will not be permitted to leave campus for lunch. Lockers are available to sell for $5. Social distancing will be the rule for lockers. Lockers will be sold with spaces in between them so that students have ample room to navigate their locker while maintaining CDC guidelines. Other fees, class dues, all classes, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. We have what we call a general fee, also referenced in this document as class dues. This general fee entitles you to a class shirt, your school ID, and your mailings. Your class shirt is also acceptable for dress code. Bell schedule. Take an opportunity to take a look at the bell schedule. Class periods are 44 minutes long. Transitions between class periods is 6 minutes. Masks must be worn on all transitions. So when you arrive in the morning prior to school starting, that's considered a transition. As you wait in the courtyard, as you wait in the cafeteria, as you use the hallways, as you use office hours, we're still in transition, so masks are required. Take a look at the periods for the first day. Remember, the first day may be slightly different from the second day because we really want to make sure that you have the correct schedule in your hand. So that could be done to a homeroom format. We're still working out those procedures. But what we have for now lists the periods. 44 minutes with 6 minutes to get to your next class. You scroll down to 5th period. 5th period is our lunch period on campus. This year we're having 2 lunches to ensure a better opportunity for social distancing. There's a lunch A, there's a lunch B. The designations are by buildings. For example, lunch A, 5th period, which includes buildings 3, 6, 7, and 9. They have first lunch. And students that are doing Volusia online learning, students that are doing Volusia live learning will receive confirmation from their teacher which lunch that they have for 5th period. But lunch A comprises buildings 3, 6, 7, and 9. So when you look at the schedule, it says lunch A, lunch is first. Then you scroll over to the right, you see your lunch time. Lunch A is 12:16 to 1 o'clock. We'll ring a bell for students to return to class, allowing opportunity for us to clean the cafeteria, the dining areas. Shortly after, within, I would say, probably 10 minutes, lunch B will start. The remaining buildings participate in lunch B. And you see the lunchtime posted, 1:06 to 1:50. And that's all other buildings. Remember, this schedule is for the first day only, so the times will slightly change to a regular schedule on the second day because everyone will have their materials, but you'll still have your lunch A and your lunch B that will remain the same. Dismissal. School starts at 8:29, I believe, 8:29 a.m. Dismissal is 3:30 p.m. Bus riders will be released 3 minutes early. So with a little staggered start, that gives an opportunity to free the hall and allow greater spacing in students as they leave the buildings to go home. Bus riders should report directly to the bus loop with this 3-minute head start. Once again, if you have questions regarding transportation, our school contact is Kim Johnston, and her email address is included. Students should leave campus immediately following the bell. No hanging around or loitering on the campus. The only exceptions for being here after school: club, sport, or other sponsor. That means you are under the supervision of an adult to participate in an after-school club, under the supervision of an adult to participate in sports, whether it be football, cross country, or whatever sports in season. That is the requirement to remain on campus after the bell. Let's take a look at our offerings, our academy offerings this year. We added a new academy this year. Our career academies: Animal Science and Aquaculture, Criminal Justice Academy, Engineering, Marketing, Culinary Arts, Medical Academy, and Education. We have childcare listed here, but it's called the Education Academy, and it just so happens that that's taking place with our students down there that do work with our childcare students. So there is a correlation there with what you see for childcare. Within these academies, students take electives each year, one elective each year, and aspire to be academy completers by maintaining a certain GPA and completing all of the necessary courses to be a completer of the program, which are 4 courses. Volusia Live. Volusia Live students are held to the code of conduct as students that are in the building. So most everything that applies to traditional does apply to Volusia Live students. There are some differences in that the student will be at home receiving instructions, logging into the classroom. However, their login should be at the same time that their peers who are in traditional on campus are logging in. So they will be following a regular bell schedule. And the students are expected to log in at the same time because attendance will be taken by the teacher. You'll be marked present if you're there at the start of the class. If you log in late, you'll be coded as late. If you don't log in at all, you'll be recorded as absent. In small print here, which might not be as visible as it'll be when we're able to disseminate this information with you, we've developed some etiquette guidelines of what our expectations are of students when they're at home and they're working. Once again, the code of conduct does apply to students at home in Volusia Live, just how it does with students in person. Students will participate in classroom instruction by logging in on a device and engaging with their teacher and classmate virtually. By using this platform, either Zoom or Teams, the designated platform that is selected by your teacher. These students are expected to log in and out on time for every class period, every day. They're also expected to be engaged in the lesson. Attendance will be taken. Additional and more protocols will be described in the table. I'll read to you a few from print. Camera technology. You will be expected to turn on your camera when requested by the teacher. You're expected to have working technology daily and are responsible for maintaining it. While not required, it may be helpful to have access to a printer. Contact your school as soon as possible if there's an issue with your technology. Participation and behavior. First and foremost, you're held to the student code of conduct for your behavior and language. Appropriate clothing and attire should be worn. Always start on mute. During class, you will be called on to answer questions. Unmute to speak, remute when finished. You are expected to follow along with all of the lessons activities. You will be asked to collaborate with peers who are in class via the virtual platform. Use the hand raise feature or chat features to signal when you have a question for your teacher. While taking quizzes and tests, your camera must be turned on. The chat box is not private. Use the chat box only for academic purposes. Social conversations in the chat box are equal to creating a classroom disruption as it is in person. Just a few things. Parents who requested technology for their students' Volusia Live option will be contacted for pickup and scheduled during the following frames. It's August 26th and August 27th, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. So you notice the Volusia Live pickup is the same time as the orientation. So there's multiple things you can do on that day if you made orders. Once again, you'll pull up to the media center and wait for further instructions. Once there, please follow all CDC guidelines regarding wearing a mask and social distancing. You'll be directed to enter the building by staff. And for those students that requested during the survey, technology device, a laptop, you'll be required to log in one time only on campus so that this device will work at your home. So it's very important that you come on the date that you're assigned to come when you receive that call this evening. To stay in the know and receive timely information, please be sure to check our school website frequently at www.nsbhi.com. Sign up for ConnectEd messages. Follow our social media accounts. Twitter, @CUDASNSB. Instagram, @NSB CUDA Nation. Facebook, @New Smyrna Beach High School. Our parent portal for new accounts, please contact Ms. Ursini in the counseling office at extension 38897 for your PIN. I know we have new students coming in from perhaps private schools or out of district who may not have a parent portal account. This account is important. It has items like schedules, and it also has other pertinent information like bus routes. So if you're unable to log into your parent portal or you're new, you'll contact Ms. Ursini at extension 38897 for a PIN for access. Now we'll share with you what campus looked like a little bit when you return. Some measures we put in place to try to help with social distancing and to try to help with congestion in areas to alleviate uncrowding. Take a look at the signage in this picture. To the left, to my left, it says enter. That door will be expected for entering. Each hallway has 2 doors, one for enter, one for exit. This is to assist us with traffic and social distancing. Notice the water fountain to the right in the picture. Above it, it says water filling only. The water fountains within the buildings are a little different. They'll have a spout that looks like you can drink because it's the original fountain. But all fountains on campus during this pandemic are only to be used for filling your water bottles. So every water fountain will have the sign for filling only. Safety signage. Pay attention to new signage around the campus in order to practice social distancing. You'll see within the frame, wait here inside of our main office. In order to maintain social distancing, complying with CDC distancing guidelines, we'll only permit 2 to 3 people in the front office at one time. And you'll see the wait here sign for where you're required to wait. We also have security glass in the front office for the first time. So you'll also notice that as well. Please make sure you adhere to the signage that you see on the campus. Sanitation, which includes water fountains, bottle filling, hand washing, hand sanitizing stations. All of this is available. Hand sanitizers will be available in classrooms. They'll be at the entrance of all classroom doors. So when you enter, best practice is to use the hand sanitizer. Anytime you enter a classroom, when you leave and return, hand sanitizer. Washing your hands in the restrooms are important. Now you see the cafeteria in front of you. You see the different types of seating options. To the far right of my screen, which could be your left, but my right, you see the CUDA tables, and you see the distinct tape markings, the red markings, which are where students are required to sit for distancing. Please adhere to that. You take a look at the table in the center, the circular table. That allows for one person, each part of the circle, not sharing a seat, to allow for social distancing. And of course, when you're at lunch, you are allowed to remove your mask to eat. But when you're transitioning to lunch and you're waiting in line, we ask that you keep your mask on because you're in transition. To the far left, you see our elongated tables, which provide an opportunity for 3 people to sit on each side of the table. No more than 3 on each side of each table to allow for social distancing. The table in the center, which is a circular table, those will be distributed throughout the courtyard. So students may eat outside of the covered dining area. There's plenty of space throughout the courtyard, which is in the center of our campus. We even have a second outside dining area, which we call the senior doors, which is down all the way down near the gymnasium, near the senior parking. So during lunch, social distancing is important. Mask wearing is important, with the exception of when you're eating. First day places. Take a look. You see the counseling office to the left, which is building 9. That's a building that a student may be required to go to depending on scheduling needs, but you'll pay attention to the directions that are provided on that day by administration and your teacher. Activities director's office, top right. That's Ms. Roberts' office. That'll be the place during the school year where you go before school, after school, and during lunch for those items that you may wish to purchase: parking decal, locker, general fee, pick up a class shirt if you haven't received one. Student services is also located here. It's a very important place to know, be familiar with. Transportation questions go into there if a student has a question. Ms. Johnston is housed in that office, along with Ms. Fuhr and Mr. Eschen. Then, of course, we have the gymnasium, which is sometimes used to disseminate information, but for our first day this year, we've elected not to due to social distancing guidelines. What I provided for you is an opportunity today to see some procedures we have in place for safety reasons, an opportunity for you to see what the first day is going to look like. Remember, as we work into these times, that plans are fluid, procedures are fluid. Depending on changes that may need to be made, items and procedures are subject to change. But the measures we have in place now are here to help ensure that student safety is optimally taken care of as the CDC guidelines are written at this time.